What's up, guys? It's Aaron Benson here for another video. As usual, I'm here with my good friend Ty. Lately on my channel, we've been focusing on bigger, stronger guys, wrestlers, explosive people. Today, we're going to switch gears. I guess this could still be considered a move against bigger, stronger people. And we're going to talk about scarf hold escapes. I've had a lot of messages about this, so I wanted to make a video about it. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to smash that subscribe button, that like button. It really helps me grow this channel. I'm trying to put as much free content out there for you guys as I can and grow this channel. And to help me, if you just subscribe, it goes a long way. Oh, guys, let's get into it. So, the scarf hold. I got to figure out the best camera angle for this. So the scarf hold happens when Ty's controlling my head and arm, and I'm in this position where it's actually more of an asphyxiation on my chest. When he lifts his hip and puts his weight on my chest, it's horrible. Okay. So how do I like to get out of it? So the basic scarf hold escape series that we teach at the academy are 3 escapes, right? The first one is to get palm to palm without your fingers interlaced. This is just BJJ fundamentals. Frame the face, turn onto your side to protect your neck from being cranked, walk your legs out, lift your hip, get your leg over, scissor your legs, come up. Let's go back. That's numero uno. Numero dos is if he has my arm locked, I hug back, I try to get his hip on my hip. It's really hard to do, and then I roll him over. All right, and number 3 is to attack his back. We're gonna focus on number 3. Those are very viable options, and they are jiu-jitsu fundamentals, day 1 that everyone should know. So if you don't know those and you wanna see me break those down in detail, let me know. The one that I like to do is to attack his back. So the first thing that I'm looking to do is I'm going to turn onto my side. I wanna keep this elbow tucked, depending on what he's doing, but I'm gonna try to keep my hands framed, right, or clasped, because I don't want him to put my arm here and start to look for that arm lock. That's never a good thing. So what I do is immediately turn on my side. Turning on my side allows me to prevent the neck cranking pressure, right? So he's not able to bring my chin to my chest, but it can still hurt for sure. The next thing that I need to do is I need to start to bring my left leg over his leg. But if it's hard to do, I have to use my right toes. Let's turn a little. I have to use my right toes to push. Or I have to bridge and use my right toes like this, guys. Okay? This allows me to find his leg. Now, once I find his leg, I have options. Okay? I can start to try to pull him this way. A nice little tip is if you can hook inside and keep your heel really tight, you can bring this other leg in. Lock, you can grab underneath his pants, control his collar, and you can start to bring him this way into a truck, and you can even turn it into a twister. So that's something that I don't do often because it's so hard to realistically do. I'm honest with you guys always, but it's an option, right? Right away I turn on my side, I keep my frame. I use my toes, guys, to bring my leg over. Once I bring my leg over, I'm gonna kick wide. Okay, bring my other leg in and lock. Now I'm gonna grab underneath his pants, I'm gonna grab his collar, and I'm gonna force tie that way as hard as I can. Extend my legs, pull him, push him. Okay, now from here again, I can go into a twister. All right, I can just start to attack his back. That's one escape I like to do, but very difficult. More realistic is that once I'm able to turn on my side and get my foot in, is that I'm able to come up. I don't like to frame his head. I don't mind if his head is close to mine because it's not going to keep anything any tighter. I need to keep my hand here like an underhook. Okay? If he has my elbow, that's what I need to work on. This elbow, getting it free, because I need it to get up. But if I can't use my elbow, I can replace my base with my shoulder and head. So look, even if I don't have my elbow, I use my head for base. Now I can start to get my elbow out. Now I can pull his arm and start to come out and take his back. I know this is a rudimentary technique, but it's something that works, guys. But it is a grind. You have to accept that you are in an awful position. You shouldn't be there. You let yourself get there. I'm not one to say that often. I very rarely say that, but the scarf hold is a position where, I'll tell you a quick story. When I was a purple belt teaching a class at my old school, I I walked in and we had a new guy who was a blue belt. I rolled him a few times. He was like 52, and he was a professor at the University of Florida. I rolled him a few times, and I was killing him, to be honest. Tapped him like 4 times. He was frustrated. I decided in a 5-minute round, 4 times tapping a 52-year-old professor. Not saying that that's old, but just he just wasn't a very athletic guy. I was like, I'm gonna ease off and not be a D-bag, because I was like 22 years old and competing and training every day all the time. And I kind of let him pass, and I didn't know he was a black belt in judo. I had no idea, or a brown belt. He put me in a scarf hold for the last 2 minutes of the round that I literally thought I was gonna die. I should have just tapped, but I was a stubborn hothead kid, and I was so mad. Like, I was so mad, and I couldn't get out. And after we talked, and I was like, man, your scarf hold's crazy good. I was being literally suffocated. I thought I was gonna die. And he was like, oh yeah, I've done judo. I think he was a black or brown belt, but he hadn't done it. He hadn't trained judo in years. He hadn't done any martial arts in years, like 10 years, but he still had that scarf hold. And ever since that day, I never let people put me in that position. My neck hurt for weeks after that. So if you get put there, you gotta grind to get out, because you're in a crappy position. But you better get out, because if you don't, your neck's gonna hurt for weeks like mine did if they're just cranking their life away. So one of my favorite ways, again, is while I'm here in this position, to try to get this leg over. Guys, if I'm unable to, a lot of people are gonna criticize me in the comments for this. They're gonna say that's stupid. Look, I understand, but these are desperate times. If I'm losing a match, I'm getting crushed, I'm already about to tap from the pressure, I will grab his pants. Okay, a lot of people will disagree, and I'll try to open some space and lock my foot in. I am confident in my grip, and I understand that if he comes underneath, go underneath my arm, and breaks my grip, and then starts to try to put his leg back over it, he can submit me. I get that. But look, if I've been stuck here for a while, this is not my first, second, third, or even fourth option, but if I'm just, keep it a little tight, if I'm just trying to get out and I just can't get this leg over because he's hugging, I will throw his leg that way and then start to come up onto my knee and onto my shoulder and onto my head and start to get out. Let's turn the angle so they can see what I'm doing with my knee. It's all about getting on your right toes and getting to your right knee in this specific position. Once your leg comes over, if you can't get it over, bridge, turn, over. This is everything. I push into him. My knee comes up. Now I can start to attack his back. So guys, nothing crazy special, nothing pretty, but that's how I get out of the scarf hold. Don't get stuck there. It's not fun. It's really not fun if they start to do the bass root and asphyxiation, or whatever it's called, where they hug your head and your leg and just start to crank. That's horrible. Shout out to my friend Charles Harriet for doing that all the time. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you like this content, please like, subscribe. Thanks to my good friend Ty. Don't forget to drop a comment, like, subscribe, hit the little notification bell, all that good stuff to help me grow. Os, guys.